Hello, everybody! It is Professor Rocco, your boy, here once again with another Age of Sigmar video. This time we're going to throw this out to actually our Master Class series, episode 7 in that. So, now we've talked in previous videos about, how to screen, how to defend against shooting and magic and deep striking and all that. Really anti-meta stuff. Well, now it's time to tell you, how do you beat someone who watched our videos earlier? We're not playing favorites. Everybody's going to get their butt kicked one way or another if you follow our videos. Your opponents are like, they're smart, right? They got plans, see? And they're like, yeah, I'm going to screen. Rocco told me to screen. You're like, dang. How do we beat it? And so here we are. How to beat the screen. So this is going to come down to, 4 real tips here. The first one is to actually just kill the screen out of phase. All right. Now, what am I saying here? Because a screen's job. Let's just define that right quick again. A screen's job is to die gloriously, so that your anvils and hammers don't have to worry about fighting. They're setting up screens to protect against a double turn, so that they're juicy units that want to sit on objectives or kill all your stuff stay alive, right? Follow me here, camera guy. So what we want to do is step one here of my 4-step plan is we want to kill them outside of the normal combat phase, right? Or really, we just need them gone so we can move past them in the movement phase. And how do we do that? We do that a couple phases earlier in the hero phase. That's right, folks. Kill him with magic, kill him with prayers coming from mortal wounds. I want to see blood boils. I want to see some horde clearing craziness out of a chaos sorcerer lord on Manticore. I don't know. Pick one. And that's what we're killing screens with here. We need mass casualties on the enemy side so that when it's our movement phase, we just move past the pile of corpses we created and go on. Other options to do this outside of the normal phases here is some armies, like let's go back to Khorne again. I'm feeling blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. One of the things you could do currently is spend blood tithe points to fight in the hero phase. And, there's also Stormcast that can do this. Uh, there's other armies. Take your pick. They're out there where you can say like, all right, cool. I'm gonna fight now. For this activation, Daughters of Cain is another one off the top of my head from either like a command ability, an army ability, something will let you do this. So that then in your next movement phase, again, you just move past the pile of corpses of their screens, and then you hit something meaty and juicy here that's important to your opponent's game plan for success. Now, here we go again with this too, with out of phase stuff, not just in the hero phase. In the charge phase, there's armies like Nighthaunt where I know this is weird. I'm saying a plus for Nighthaunt with a mechanic where they can fight you in the charge phase. And again, this is another thing of you go, you fight, and then you get to fight again in the combat phase. And again, we're looking for multiple activations multiple ways here. Now, the next thing, all right, shooting. I know we talked about screening out shooting so they can't shoot you good stuff. Rocco, how are you going to use shooting to your advantage? Well, dear viewer, how this will work is I'm going to actually here. Well, currently in Age of Sigmar, this might change with AoS 3, but in AoS 2, you just shoot over those screens, bro. This is nice and easy. It's just they came up too far. They screened out, like, say, your deep strike. Like, yeah, I'm going to have my stuff 9 inches away so you can't drop it. Cool. I'll just shoot over your screens. I don't have to shoot the closest thing to me. It may be counterintuitive, but, I can just shoot over you. And then, you know what? I'm hitting you juicy stuff because you didn't screen me out properly. Now, let's pretend they did for a little bit. Now, we didn't have some cheeky deep striking. You know what? If you shoot a hole through the screens, or you like take out one of those cheap units, just to give you even a chance to charge through, it's not ideal, but it's still a thing you can do. Just shoot them dead, and then just try to go and get these good charges off. It'll be hard because you'll probably be making like a 10-inch charge, but again, there's ways to stack bonuses. There's all kinds of crazy stuff you can do here for that. Now, next, and our fourth tip here, because first we had Kill the screens in your hero phase with spells and prayers and mortal wounds. Then we had the out of phase stuff like Corn, like Night Haunt. We get multiple examples of that, whether it's hero phase or charge phase. Weird stuff. We've talked about shooting, and I'm going to hit you hard here with impact hits. We're actually going to hit you hard. That was a literal. You know what? Sometimes you're going to run into things like, let's say, Slanesh with their chariots, where it's like everybody's got multiple impact hits. Whether it's from the chariots themselves, you can take command abilities for it, command traits. You get enough of those on a 2-up. We do D3 or D6 mortal wounds on an impact hit. All of a sudden, they're going to be short on bodies. And let's say why this is important too. So if you make a charge move, right, and then the thing that you charged is obliterated, because again, we just 3 chariots came in, you got 9 impact hits, like for 9 mortal wounds here, units evaporated. Now you still currently at you get your 3-inch pile in, so you still get to pile in 3 inches because you made the charge move towards the nearest enemy models, right? Now what's great with this is you can impact hit a screen to death, and then you still pile in your 3 inches, and then you usually have at least an inch reach with your weapons. Sometimes it's larger if they have spears or halberds or what have you, but you will be effective within 4 inches of where you landed. So you can go in, blow up the screen that way, and then when it's your turn, your activation, you get your full pilot, and then you still whack the thing behind them. Now, there are also units in this game where you can do crazy pilot stuff to make this even more impactful. Like, let's take Ogre Maw Tribes as an example, all right? So let's say, you charge in with your big stone horn, your Frost Lord on its stone horn. You got a nice ogre charge, you blow up the screens, and then you took something like Blood Gullet, which lets you have a 6-inch pile-in, or you brought in some Yetis and you multi-charged a unit, right? So again, now it's even better though. You get the farther pile-in to ensure more damage, and ogre players abuse this, and I feel more people should be abusing this too when we have access to it in our armies. I'm thinking like Cities of Sigmar with the Drakespawn chariots. Everyone's like, oh, they don't have a real role. Well, they're great in like an Anvil Guard army too, where they take up space. Again, it's free mortal wounds at the end of the day. That the Leviathan turtle for Idoneth Deepkin has this as well with impact hits. The Achillean King. I've won games where again I just impact the screen, pile on through, and we just have a great time. Now, again, none of this is necessarily easy, but if you can put all of these together, you're going to have a great chance against people who have figured out screens. And now, without further ado, here is Rocco, your girl, coming at you with your fun fact of the week.
Hey everyone, I'm Rakuyu Girl with your fun fact of the week. Now, Sylvaneth fans should be getting really hyped because Alariel, God of Life, is getting a new war scroll with the release of the final Broken Realms book. Your faith in the trees shall be rewarded, and remember, any buff to Sylvaneth will also buff Cities of Sigmar. I wanted to make sure that this fact wasn't lost in all the hype and excitement of the coming release of AoS 3.0. And now, back to Rocco ya boy.
And thank you, Rocco, your girl, once again for that fun fact of the week. So now we're going to go on with our word of the week. And this time, the word is going to be 2 words. We're going to call this Broken Realms. All right, that's our word of the week. Broken Realms, because let's not forget, like Rocco, your girl said, we got one more book before Age of Sigmar 3 comes out, and everyone says the sky is falling. So let's be excited for all these changes. Let's be excited for the narrative. And also, let's smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this video out with your friends. That's my little corny YouTuber bit, because I gotta say it, because if I don't, people won't do it. And as I like to say at the end of all our videos here, class dismissed.